The reflection. 1. The search for approval. Mira had always chased perfection. She was the kind of person who triple-checked her work, changed outfits 5 times before leaving the house, and rewrote text messages multiple times before hitting send. She didn't just want to be liked, she needed to be. Every compliment felt like a lifeline, and every criticism felt like a dagger. At work, she stayed late to impress her boss. In friendships, she molded herself to fit whatever others expected. In relationships, she gave everything, even when it drained her. But at the end of each day, when she was alone, she felt empty. One evening, after a particularly harsh comment from a co-worker, Mira walked home feeling heavier than usual. As she passed an antique shop she had never noticed before, something in the window caught her eye. A large, ornate mirror with golden edges. The sign below it read, "See yourself clearly." 2. The mirror's truth. Curious, Mira stepped inside. The shop smelled of old books and rain. An elderly shopkeeper with kind but knowing eyes greeted her. "The mirror called to you, didn't it?" he said. Mira hesitated. "It's just a mirror." He chuckled. "Look closer." She stepped in front of it, expecting to see her reflection. But what she saw made her heart stop. It wasn't just her face. It was her emotions laid bare. The exhaustion in her eyes, the weight of years spent pleasing others, the quiet loneliness behind her forced smiles. But then, the image shifted. She saw herself as a little girl, laughing without fear. A teenager dreaming of adventures before self-doubt crept in. Then, a version of herself that didn't exist yet. A Mira who stood tall, confident and at peace. She reached out, touching the glass. "Who is she?" The shopkeeper smiled. "She's you. The you who exists when you stop seeking approval from others and start loving yourself." 3. Breaking free. For days, Mira couldn't get the mirror out of her mind. She realized how much of her life had been dictated by others. What she wore, what she said, how she lived. She started small. She said no when she didn't want to do something. She didn't apologize for taking up space. She stopped changing herself just to be liked. At first, it felt terrifying. What if people stopped caring? But then something unexpected happened. The friends who truly valued her stayed. The anxiety in her chest loosened. And for the first time in years, when she looked in a mirror, she didn't search for flaws. She saw herself. 4. The reflection that mattered. One evening, she returned to the antique shop. The mirror was gone. She turned to the shopkeeper. "Where is it?" He smiled. "You don't need it anymore." Mira walked out, the city lights reflecting in her eyes. She didn't need a magical mirror to see herself anymore. She had finally learned to love the reflection that truly mattered. Her own.